I remember what school was like before COVID. It's a distant yet loved memory. Our school bus would come late. So one day, our principal called everyone from our bus and said something that goes by the lines of, "Kids, your bus is gonna come earlier now." That's literally all I heard because I wasn't paying attention. I just wanted to get to class and it was hot. Maybe. Anyway, I told my mom and she woke me up early. You see, my normal routine was to wake up at least 20 or 30 minutes before 8 to get ready for school. But now I had to wake up before 6. Before 6 to get to school. And I was like 8 or 9 at that time. And it was winter, so it got cold too. I always did watch the sun rise. And I used to go into the bus with my little sister, so I wasn't completely lonely. When we did arrive to school, though, we used to go into a separate class that was like, I don't know, it was open, I guess, because all the other teachers hadn't come to school yet, and those teachers would open the classrooms. We did have one teacher that would come, of course she'd come, and she was a really, really sweet teacher, and, yeah. She was really nice, and she would take us to the classroom, and we'd have a lot of conversations together. And well, overall, she was a great teacher. That's all I can say. So it used to be like 20-something kids, all crammed into one classroom, all freezing, waiting for the teachers to come so that they could leave. I cannot explain how annoying it was and how loud it was. We'd have to be shushed down, and nobody would listen. Nobody would. We were like, I don't know, 3rd or 4th graders, but we acted like we were kindergarteners. We literally had no sense of quietness. And almost all the students would wait until it was my classroom student. My classroom students were like a whole different species when it came to that. Instead of waiting, one time, my classmates, what they did was we all went to our classroom, and the boys jumped on each other's backs, and then they started to try to grab the key, which was located right above the door. So, there was a tiny little area right above the door, and you could just keep the keys on that. And we were our short children. We were all tiny children, and our teachers were tall enough for them to be able to grab it easily. So that, yeah, it was a matter of jumping on each other's backs until somebody started yelling out and had to go to the hospital. This once I had entered the classroom, and well, guess what I saw? Kids flipping bottles. Literally. Just flipping bottles the whole time, like that weird game that people play, I guess. And they were having a competition, and I got involved, and I probably made like 2 proper flips. In kindergarten, we used to have a tiny little playground that we all kids used to play in, and it was reserved only for kindergarteners. And it used to be right in front of this little garden that we had, and in that garden there used to be bees and bugs. So then, of course, our playground used to have bugs in it, and there was this one boy, and we used to have swings in that playground. So he was swinging us, and then it just hit him, and he knocked out or whatever. And there used to be slides, and I sucked that playing with slides. Like, I did not know. I was too afraid of playing with slides. And there used to be these houses, and these houses had like a couple chairs and a couple tables, and it was enough to fit 4 or 5 students. So one time I went into one, and I called some of my friends over. Not all of my friends, nobody would fit that one. And I called some of my friends over, and we were playing, and as soon as we sat down, like 5 seconds in, and this albino looking like lizard just fell into my lap and then jumped and ran away. And all the kids screamed and ran out, and I screamed and ran out. So, I don't like lizards. I had lost my voice, but I had an exam. So I had to talk to my teachers when I was asking them questions by writing on a tiny little sticky note, or many sticky notes. And bad handwriting did not help, because I had very bad handwriting. And this is literally what the teacher heard and saw. Is that a mountain? Your face is... Is that a... No. Could it be a... Oh, now I understand. You want to ask the teacher a question. Finally. That is what I get for eating too many spicy peanuts the day before. Anyways, that's the end of this video, and I hopefully can make the part 2 of this video sometime later. Also, please subscribe so I can finally get that lizard at home. Goodbye.